A few months ago, I saw that the government approved the latest revisions to the Form I-9. Are the changes significant, or is it likely to be the Form I-9 with which our viewers and their HR departments are already familiar?
On November 14th, the government released a brand new I-9 form. It is not required to be used until January 22nd. So you have until then to get used to the new I-9 form. I don't think it will take much time to get used to it. It is not very different. The documents that were inspected before and required before are pretty much the same documents now. That was the trickiest part of the I-9. The new I-9 form really is much more in the logistics of it, how to complete the things. There are new drop-down menus you can pick from. It's supposed to be easier for you to fill out the form.
What are the most common errors that employers are committing? And what would you like to see your clients and our viewers do differently?
That's a good question, Mike, and there are a lot of things that employers could do to improve their I-9 compliance. Number one is to do a proactive internal audit of your I-9s, even if you do a random audit if you're a very large employer, and it would be too time consuming to do a full audit. And then see what the practice has been within your company and see what the errors are. But some of the most common errors are pre-populating Section 1 of the I-9. That's the employee section, and only the employee is allowed to fill it out. You cannot do what you think is a good deed and pre-populate it. You cannot use software that automatically pre-populates it. That's one error. Another common error is that employers do not completely fill out the document examination section of the I-9. So they may miss an expiration date, they may miss an A number or a document number, and they also may miss the last section of the I-9, Section 3, which is re-verification. Employers need a tickler or reminder system to tell them when a document that is expiring is coming up so that they go back and re-verify that document or work authorization with that employee.
As you know, many of your clients and our viewers increasingly hire remote employees who live and would work thousands of miles from the company's nearest office or location. Now, on the one hand, they do want to hire new employees as soon as possible. But on the other hand, if they're not likely to visit the office, how can a hiring or HR manager review the employee's original I-9 documents within 3 business days of the employee's start date?
That's a common problem by many employers, Mike, and there is a common solution. The most common solution is that they employ an HR outsourcing company that is national in scope, and so they likely have a representative in the state that you need to do the I-9 inspection for you of the original documents. Other options, though less popular, are to use a sheriff in that locale or a notary of some sort.
Some of our viewers have reported receiving a notice of suspect documents from ICE. That's like getting an audit notice from the IRS, isn't it?
That is like an audit notice from the IRS. It's a second level notice. So a notice of suspect documents means you've been audited and the ICE has found that there's some problem with a particular employee. The documents don't add up, they don't think that this person is authorized to work, or there's some other kind of problem. And that is a problem for the employer, because the employer now is on notice that there's a problem, they need to fix it, or else they may be on the hook for knowingly employing an unlawful worker.